Hello everybody, welcome on the Whisky Lovers YouTube channel for my whisky review. My name is Dan and today I have a new distillery to talk about on this channel, Aberlour from Speyside whisky region of Scotland. And the whisky review today is Aberlour 12 years old, double cask matured, presented in this 700ml bottle with a gift box, bottled at 40% ABV. Color, golden amber. Caramel added, yes. Gel filtration, yes. When I opened this bottle a couple of weeks ago, I was not very impressed. It was okay, but a bit watery, but after 2 weeks it has improved a lot. If you did not know, the village of Aberlour is situated at the junction of the rivers Lower and Spey, and the distillery was founded in 1879 by James Fleming. The pure soft spring water used for making Aberlour whiskey is drawn from nearby natural springs. Owned by Chivas Brothers, part of Pernod Ricard, Aberlour is the 7th best-selling Scotch single malt. The distillery was rebuilt twice due to fire damage, first time in 1879 and the second time in 1898. When a fire destroyed several of the distillery buildings and most of the whiskey stocks. Aberlour's new spirit is usually matured both in the finest hand-picked Oloroso sherry butts and American oak barrels. In their whiskey range, we find Aberlour 10 years old, 12 years old, 16, 18, Aberlour Abunach, which is a no-age statement released in batches and matured in Spanish Oloroso sherry butts and bottled at cask strength. Also Aberlour Casknam, matured in European oak and 2 types of American oak. For this 12 years old, double cask matured means it's aged in sherry and bourbon barrels, being matured in traditional American oak and in sherry oak casks, and it is bottled at the standard 40% ABV. On the nose, vanilla notes are very noticeable with distinct sherry notes, sweet apples, and a touch of raisins. If you open the bottle for the first time, let the whiskey to rest in the glass for 12 minutes. Thank me later for the advice. After that, you will smell the Christmas in here, with notes of cinnamon, vanilla, brown sugar, and dried dark fruits. The alcohol is not strong on the nose, but rather gentle. As I mentioned earlier, this Aberlour whiskey is aged in 2 separate cask types, ex-bourbon barrels and ex-sherry casks. The whiskies are aged for 12 years and then married together in unknown proportions before being bottled. But I expect this proportion to be well in the ex-bourbon barrel side, because the sherry casks are much more expensive than the bourbon barrels, and this is a low-priced whiskey, normally around £38, but you can find it for as low as £28. On the palate, there is some nice spice as well as the sherry sweetness. Simple at first, very smooth, but increasingly complex as you explore it. Cinnamon, vanilla, raisins already announced by the nose. Yes, they are all here. And fruitiness and sweetness, something like honey, but not overwhelming. And oak, yes, oakiness, you cannot miss that. Oh, and there is this feeling that I have a bourbon in front of me, a bourbon with a touch of sherry. I tried adding water to this whiskey, but I don't recommend to do that. It does bring some extra fruitiness indeed, but the body of this whiskey has already been reduced to the minimum of 40% ABV and with chill filtration. It is good as it is. The water will only make it very thin. The finish is medium long, fruity, and some spiciness. Let's give it a mark. Eight point 7 out of 10. Yes, good beginner, good introduction to the sherried malts, and a bit better than a 10 years old. Nice and full of flavors and character for a 40% ABV. Very smooth with sweet fruit and spice, typical Speyside malt. Considering this can be picked up for less than £30, it is a steal. Right, I will not keep you anymore. Thank you for watching. Press subscribe, the bell and the like button if you are into whiskey and enjoy this channel. And until next time, Slanjeva.